Yes, children. So in the previous class, we were studying about the population control methods, and out of those, there are several methods available, which we already discussed. Among them, the two methods we already finished, that is the natural methods. Natural methods are those methods in which no device is used, no changes are made in the body, but it is only because either some counts of the days, or it may be because of the withdrawal, or it may be because the body's ability that just after the birth of a child, when a mother is intensely uh, breastfeeding the child, she does not restore her menstrual cycle, so there will be incapability of reproduction. So these three things are used. That is the first method, the periodic abstinence, in which the couple abstain themselves from the sexual contact from day 10th to day 17th, because uh, these are the most fertile period in which the possibility of the fertilization is maximum. And the second is withdrawal method, in which just before the insemination, just before the release of the semen, the man withdraws the penis out of the female reproductive tract. Or um, third method is the method in which that is applicable only in the mothers who are just given birth to the young one, and that case is not 6 months more than 6 months old. And the second method was barrier method, in which some device is used in order to cut the contact of the male gametes with female gametes. So a sort of barrier, a sort of screen is put in between. The screen or the barrier is present in case of male, it is called condoms, and in case of females, it is either known as diaphragm or warts, or what you call cervical cap, which is used to cover the cervix, or what you call uterus, so that after insemination also semen may not enter into the female reproductive tract. Okay, they will remain only up to vagina. Okay, and the effectiveness of these female uh, condoms, that is the words or the cervical cap, or these methods are not so accurate or so good. So they are they are used along with spermicidal jellies, which are available either in the form of jellies or in the form of foams. So they have got some sort of chemicals which kill the sperms, or they decrease their motility. So the sperms will not be able to move with the same rate, and they will never be able to reach up to the ovum to fertilize them. So that is how the efficiency of female barrier methods are increased. Today we are going to start with IUD method, intrauterine devices. Intrauterine device, as the name indicates, intra means inside, uterine means sorry, uterus, and devices are the things which we are going to plant there or place there. Okay, so intrauterine devices. Okay, let us see. Another effective and popular method is intrauterine devices. I'll tell you, this is one of the most safest and least harmful method. Okay, of course, the least harm is caused by the natural method, but the efficiency is not so good. The barrier method is good, but again, it hampers the act of sex, the pleasure. So that is why it is sometimes not very commonly used, so people don't generally prefer to use it. Okay, unless they are having a relation with some unknown person, where he or she is not sure that the person with whom they are going to have the sexual relation are disease free, STD free or not. Okay, but the third method, this intrauterine devices, these are much safe method. Let us talk about it. These devices are inserted by doctors or experts in the uterus. One thing is very clear, that these devices will be placed into the uterus by some experts, some medical expertise. Okay, they may be doctors, they may be nurses, they may be some other person, but the person with proper experience can only do it in the uterus through vagina. So there is some instrument is there, with the help of that they are placed into the uterus, okay, through vagina. Okay, the intrauterine devices are presently available in the two forms. One is medicated, that is hormonal, and the second is non-medicated. So they are available in the non-medicated IUDs. The examples are lips and loops. Okay, and the copper releasing ion, that is COT, CU7, and multilode, and hormone releasing IUDs, that is progesterone, LNG20. Okay, now these three you have to learn. Okay, they are they are different categories which you have to learn. The question asks either to identify which one is which, or they are simply asked that is the right two names of copper releasing or non-medicated or hormonal IUDs. So you must know that which is which. Okay. Now IUD increases the phagocytosis of the sperm within the uterus, and copper ion release suppresses the sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperm. Now, three things are there, three different methods are there, three different type of IUDs are there. Okay, in which the first one, that is the non-medicated one, they are making the uterus inhostile for the embryo to implant. Okay, either it doesn't leave any place for the embryo to implant, or it will be releasing some type of substances which may not be suitable for them, but it is not medicine. Okay, copper releasing are having a very different way of working. They actually, at the time of insemination, when the sperms are discharged in the female reproductive tract, they have to go through the uterus only. And while passing through the uterus, the copper ion are released from this CUT, that is copper T or copper 7 or multirode. So they release some copper ion, and this copper ion actually reduces the mobility of the sperms. So the sperm will not be able to move with that vigor to reach up to the ovum before their viability is lost. Okay? Most of them lose their viability and they will never be able to perform the fertilization. And the third one are hormone releasing. So hormone releasing are, that is, they are progesterate, as the name indicating, that is, it has got progesterone or LNG or other. They are in some type of hormones which makes the uterus unfit for the implantation. Okay. So IUD increases the phagocytosis. The word phagocytosis, I think it is clear to you. That is, phagocytosis is, that is the engulfing the foreign bodies by pseudopodia. The phagocytosis of the sperm within the uterus, and the copper ion releasing suppresses the sperm mobility and fertilizing capacity of the sperm. The hormone releasing IUD in addition make the uterus unsuitable for implantation, and the cervix hostile for the sperm. Okay, IUD are ideal contraceptive methods for female. Okay, if you remember the definition, when we said that an ideal contraceptive should not hamper the act of the sex, and it should not cause any or least a side effect, and it should be user friendly, and it should not have any. It should have a high accuracy, that is the contraceptive efficiency. Okay, so all those four things are very well performed by the IUD methods. Okay, they are user friendly. Okay, once a couple had to get in this thing implanted only in the female. I'll tell you that except the condoms and the sterilization, rest all methods are suitable only for female. They are applicable only for female. Okay. However, there are some other methods available for the male, but they are not so very popular. Okay, so when we are talking about IUD, naturally it is plant into the uterus, and uterus are found in the female only. So the couple had to go, or the lady, the woman had to take a decision, and she has to go to the nearby hospital where the facility is available. Okay, uh, though in the government hospital these things are freely available, but they are also available in the market to be purchased, because this the copper releasing one and the hormone releasing one are expensive, so they have to be bought from the market. They have to be implanted by some expert woman, doctor or lady. Okay, now once they are implanted, they will give the safety for 3 to 5 years. So for 3 to 5 years, the couple need not to worry about the possibility of fertilization. So that, and the accuracy is very high. Okay, so that is again so user friendly हो गया. One need not to worry about that is when they feel like to have a sexual relation, then they are looking for the device. That situation is not there. Once it is implanted, it is already there for 3 to 5 years. First thing. So second thing जो है, that is high accuracy. Again, third, least side effect. Except the hormonal one, the other does not cause any type of effect on the body. Initially few days, a woman may feel some sort of inflammation, some sort of irritation, or some irregularity in the menstrual cycle and all. But soon the body get adapted. Body had to get adapted to a foreign object, which take little time. So in a month or 2 or 3 menstrual cycle, they may feel some type of abnormalities. Their excessive bleeding may be there, or the timing of the menstrual cycle may change. That the cycle, instead of 28 days, it may go beyond that, or it may decrease and all. But soon it becomes regular. Okay, so the side effects are also very less. So IUD are best method, because especially for those couple who want to create a gap between the first child and the second child, or from the time of marriage to the first child. So where the gap is concerned, it is best method, because it's a reversible. It can be easily removed, and once it is removed, again the female is fertile to carry out the pregnancy. Okay, the next method is oral administration. It is one of the most common method in Western world, where these oral pills are available, and they are very commonly available in all the public places even. Okay, but in India it is not very common. Okay, oral administration of the small doses of either progesterone or progesterone estrogen combination is another contraceptive method which is used by the female. Now here 2 points are mixed. Okay, 2 points are mixed. That is, one is the oral pill, which is available in the pack of 21 tablets, which has to be taken by the woman uh, after the 5th day of that is menstrual cycle, soon after the menstruation is stopped. Okay, after that they have to take, and it has to be continually taken one pill every day. Okay, in case of Saheli, as we already studied, that it is once in a week or tablet, so that you taken only once in a week, in compared to these tablets which are taken every day. Then again, Saheli, we have studied that it does not contain any cholesterol containing hormone. Okay, whereas they contain progesterone or estrogen, which may affect the other processes of our body. And sometimes people who are taking this are found to be having adverse effect of sorry, weight gain, or abnormality in the menstrual cycle, or what you call, in severe cases, it is also been reported that it is leading to cancer. But these are not a very common thing. Okay? For anything, there may be some side effects. So same is here also. Okay, so one should not consider it a very hard. No sooner they found that it has some sort of abnormality with the body, the person should discontinue it with the consultation of a doctor. Okay, so that is all about the pills. Now, say what's it's written that they are used in the form of tablets, and hence they are popularly called as pill. Pills have to be taken daily for a period of 21 days, starting preferably from the first 5 days of the menstrual cycle. Okay, so that is the thing. And after a gap of 7 days during which the menstruation occur, it can be repeated in the same pattern till female desire to prevent conception. So it's a very simple method. One is to go to get these pills, which is easily available in the medical store, in the government hospitals, in the free distribution in some of the hospitals or dispensaries and all. So from there they have to get, and they have to take one pill every day. In case of any abnormality seen, one should consult a doctor. Otherwise, they can continue to take as long as they don't want a baby. And when they want a child, then they can discontinue the the female can discontinue to take this. Okay, so that again it will, she'll become fertile and she can have a normal pregnancy. They inhibit ovulation. What they are doing, that is these hormones, what they are doing, they inhibit ovulation and implantation. There are two ways they are affecting. Either they will inhibit ovulation, or it will make the pills will make the uterus unfit for implantation, as well as uh, alter the quality of cervix mucus and prevent the entry of the sperm. So three different methods, three different ways. Cervical mucus that will become so thick that they may not allow the sperm to enter in the cervix. Now pills are very effective and lesser side effect and well accepted by the female. Here again we have to discuss about Saheli because it has been developed by CRDI, that is Central Drug and Research Institute, Lucknow, and it is a non-steroid, so uh, it has less side effects, and it is once in a week. So all three are the another advantage over the normal pills. So new oral contraceptive for the females contain non-steroidal preparation. So steroids are having side effect, like as I said, that some of the women has been reported to gain weight, excess weight, and some of the cases that it may even leading to the cancer. But these are non-steroidal, so those type of effect are not seen. And once in a week तो convenience भी हो गया, और आप भूलने भूलने का भी चक्कर नहीं है. Once in a week का मतलब plus minus 1 day हो भी सकता है, ठीक है. Whereas the one pill every day, that means it has to be taken one pill. Okay, and very few side effect and high contraceptive value, so the accuracy is more. Now the second type of pills what we are talking are, that is progesterone alone or in combination with estrogen, can also be used by female as injections or implant under the skin. So these are the implants. Okay, so implants are placed in anywhere in the body under the skin. Once it is placed, they will slowly release hormones, that is the steroids, and that will have the same effect. So instead of taking pills every day, which they may forget, here they need not to worry about that. Okay, so that is again one advantage which is seen in case of implants. Okay, so implants, or it may be available in the form of injections also, and the mode of action is similar to that of the pills, and their effective period are much higher. Implants are not need not to be replaced every month or every 2 months or something. They're once implanted, that can affect have a longer effect. Okay, so much longer. And these are third one. These are very important. You see, administration of progesterone or progesterone estrogen combination or IUD within 72 hours of coitus, that has been found very effective as an emergency contraceptive. Okay, suppose a couple, suppose a couple forgot to use any contraceptive device and insemination took place, and then later on they came to know that the period was also a fertile period. So that means there is a more probability that it may lead to a pregnancy. So how to avoid it? Or sometimes they may use contraceptive and the contraceptive may not be effective due to some reason. Say for example, condoms are used and condoms are ruptured. Okay. So in that case, the semen must have passed to the female reproductive tract. So in such case, the pills are available in the market. Okay, they are called emergency pill. I should not say about any brand here, otherwise you can see that ad comes in the TV. Nowadays, it's not coming because of, I think, Supreme Court put a ban on that. Otherwise, that ad we used to see in the TV. And in that is one pill is enough for that thing. So that used to release progesterone or estrogen combination, and that used to make the uterus unfit for the implantation. So 72 hours means how many days? That is 3 days. So we know even after fertilization, the what do you call that, the zygote or the embryo which reaches in the uterus, it takes 3 to 4 days. So during that, the uterus is actually well prepared to receive that. If these hormones are given, the uterus will become inhostile for the receiving the embryo, and embryo will not be get implantation there. So that will be another way. Okay, as they could be used to avoid possible pregnancy due to rape. You understand this word? Due to rape or casual unprotected intercourse, for whom this can be a very effective. Suppose unwanted sexual relation was there, that is forceful, that is considered as the rape, or casual unprotected, that is they were interested but they never had a protection, that is neither condom or pills or no other method was available, they were not using, or the girl was or the woman was in the fertility period. In such case, the method is to use this. Okay. Now the last method, that is the surgical method, also known as sterilization, are generally advised for male and female partner who want a terminal method. That is, they don't want any more children now. They wanted, suppose, one child or two child, whatever they wanted, that is already been achieved. So then they may not want to increase their family size in near future. In such case, they may adopt this method. Now, so sterilization is available for male as well as for female. For male, it is called vasectomy, and for female, it is called tubectomy. The method is that the word TOM stands for cutting. Okay? The word atom, atom, a मतलब no, tom means breakable. ठीक है, break करना या काटना बात बराबरी है. ठीक है, तो what is atom? Atom is the substance of the particle, the smallest particle which cannot be further broken or can not be further cut. Okay, so the tom stand for cut, atom. So similarly, the word tom is used here. If it is used for surgical the method for vas difference to cut and tight, then will come vasectomy. Vasectomy. Okay? Vasect, that is vas difference. So vas difference is cut and tight. Very simple method. We know that the testicles are found in the scrotum outside the abdomen, hanging between the groin. In the groin, there is a small incision made, very small, maybe of 1 or 2 millimeter. Okay, and with the use of some loop like the device, the vas difference is pulled out. Okay, and then it is cut anywhere from the it is cut, and then it's both the ends are twisted and tied. Okay, so what happens, the sperms which are produced in the testicles, that will not be able to enter in the vas difference. Okay, and vas difference fluid, seminal fluid and other fluid, may not enter into the testicles. So both the ends are cut and tied. Okay. Now at the time of sexual act, the insemination will take place, because insemination is because of the semen plus sperm. So sperms will not be there, but the semen will be there. Seminal fluid, which is a fluid of seminal plasma, seminal vesicle, and prostate. Both the glands are active. What is not there is epididymis, and vas difference secretion will not be there. Okay, so it will be just normal act of uh, sex, but it will not be having sperms. Okay, so it may not lead to fertilization. Okay, so this is a method which is used by the male. In case of female, the fallopian tube is cut, and to cut the fallopian tube, the two small incisions are made at the lower abdomen, and one in either side. And with the help of a loop, again, these tubectomy, that's why how what fallopian tubes are taken out and they are cut, and then their ends are folded and tied. So the insemination when take place, that is when the normal coitus taken place, the semen will come from the vagina. It may enter through the cervix, and then it may enter in the uterus, but they will not be able to reach up to the ova. And on the other hand, after ovulation, ova will be released, but ova will not be able to come to uterus. Okay, so they are permanently closed. Okay, so terminal है ये method. Now once these are done, that is the tubectomy or vasectomy is done, then the couple may not go back to their normal fertile life. Okay, however, it is not so harsh also. The methods are available. Methods are available. Even couple can choose if they want. They can choose some of the method by which they can even restore their fertility if in case of need. Say for example, a couple want to expand their family because one of the child is lost, or they found that he or she is having some sort of defect which is non-recoverable, or maybe due to the death of this thing, one of the partner, maybe husband or wife. Now they remarried and they have to have there is a need of extension of the family, and then they may have to be restored this thing, the vasectomy and tubectomy. So that can be done, but of course it is expensive, and it is a time consuming, and it is a tedious work. Okay, so that is why we say it is a terminal method, but there is nothing which is impossible in the era of science. Okay, so that's all. Now, vasectomy and tubectomy are a very good method because they're 100% secure, first of all, and they are not affecting any way in the drive of sex. That is second thing. The person need not to worry about any sort of method to be used, that is a device to be used and all. ठीक है, वो तो permanent हो गया. ठीक है, so that is how this is a better method, but the negative impacts also I already mentioned. Okay, so plus and minus, we have already spoken about all different methods. We have spoken about the natural methods. We have spoken about the barrier method. Then we talk about the IUDs, then implants, then the pills which one has to use as an emergency pill, and then we are talked about this type of uh, what do you call, surgical method. Okay. Now, it need to emphasize that selection of suitable contraceptive method and its use should always be undertaken in consultation with qualified medical professionals. Okay. It's not that you are asking Mr. X, Mr. Y and deciding. Okay. It is always better that one should take a professional what you call the consultation from expert, because they will tell you better that what are the pros and the cons of each method. Okay, which are reversible, which are non-reversible, which are difficult to be taken in, which are providing the protection against STDs, and which are better method. We need not to worry about our safety and all those things, and which may have the least side effect on the body and all. So those are the so many things which one has to consult. So for that, one should consult a professional expertise that is required. Now, one must remember that contraceptives are not a regular requirement of maintenance of the reproductive health. It's not that if one has to be reproductively healthy, one has to follow the or use some sort of contraceptives. Okay? Because the reproductive health is actually meant for the normal reproductive practices and the systems working, that is the physical, mental, and social well-being. But if for that, one need not to worry about that, but he or she may have that certain rules to be followed, that may be. But if someone want to prevent the population size, that is the family size, then one has to use this. Okay, so in fact, they are practicing against the natural reproductive event. The use of contraception is against the nature, because nature's tendency is to fertilize and give birth. Okay, but somehow we are protecting it, preventing it. Okay, now one is forced to use this method either to prevent pregnancy. क्यों? चार कारण है जिसके चलते one couple may have to use this method, either to prevent pregnancy first, or second to delay or space in the pregnancy. They want first child or second child, उनके बीच में कितना time रखना है and all, ठीक है. And widespread use of their method are significant in the role of checking the uncontrolled growth of population. However, their possible effect are nausea. कुछ side effect दे रखे हैं, वो क्या क्या है? Ill effects are like nausea, abdominal pain, breakthrough bleeding, ठीक है, excess of bleeding, ठीक है. Then irregular menstruation or menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer, or it may be any other cancer also, or not even weight gain or not. Okay, so there. Now these may not be very significant, and it should not be totally ignored also. Okay, most of the cases they become normal after some time. But if it is not so, then one must consult the doctor as soon as possible. Okay, when I was talking about the need of the contraception, the first method is because they don't want the pregnancy, that is prevention of the unwanted pregnancy. Second reason, that is they want to delay, that is when they want to have first child, when they want to have second child. ठीक है, तो उनके बीच में कितना गैप रखना है, and all. For that they can use contraceptive. Third, they can use contraceptive in order to prevent the spread of the sexually transmitting disease, because one of the partner may have this disease, then he or she may not give it to the other person. And the fourth reason, when it is dangerous for a couple to especially either to a lady, to continue with the pregnancy, which may be fatal either for her or for the fetus, or for both. So in such case, they had to use contraceptives. Okay, so we have already discussed about the various type of contraceptive devices and their use. I will expect that you prepare a table of all the various contraceptives on following हेडिंग्स. ये हेडिंग के ऊपर आप कुछ बना लेंगे तो ज़्यादा it will be useful for you. What are the headings? That is, first of all, availability. Then what we call privacy. Then safety. Then protection of STD. या prevention रख देते हैं, prevention of STD. Prevention of STD. Then alteration in body. Then reversibility. Then side effects. Then की बात हो चुकी है. The duration of action. So on this basis, you can prepare a table, or you can even write for each and every method. ठीक है, कौन सी चीज कहाँ पर अवेलेबल है नहीं है, one has to visit to a doctor or not, privacy है ना, safety वो कितनी provide कर रहा है, that is how accurate is there, how safety or accuracy, है ना, prevention against STD, whether it can provide or not. ठीक है, alteration in the body, whether some changes has to be made in the body, like in IUD, implant and sterilization, some sort of things are to be done in the body. ठीक है, reversibility, how easy to be reversed or not to be, cannot be reversed. Side effect हर एक के हैं, कितने नहीं है, that we have to say, है ना. And duration, है ना, and effectiveness अपन ने लिखा है, safety. Okay, so these are the some points on basis of which you can tabulate, and you will be able to learn it in a better manner. Okay, so that's all for today. And I think the second topic of this chapter is clear to you. In the next class, we'll talk about the third issue, that is sexually transmitting disease, that is STDs. Okay, and the fourth one is that is the ART methods. So we'll talk about them by the end of this week. This chapter should be over. Thank you. Good day. Enjoy your day and keep yourself safe and protect yourself from all sort of dangers and especially of corona.